Good morning, everybody. I'm sat here in sunny East London in the midst of the coronavirus lockdown, so I just thought I'd make a video to, try and get through this. So far coping okay. The conservatory has been cleaned to within an inch of its life. Not by me, I hasten to add, but by my partner, who's a teacher who's currently not teaching. Well, he's working from home because even though the kids aren't at school, they're still having to do lots of work online and keep trying to keep in touch and keep the education still happening. So the video I wanted to make today is an unboxing. Even though we might not be able to leave the house and go and get plants, we can still, at this moment, we can still order plants. And I placed an order with Surreal Succulents about a week ago. Well, less than a week. They delivered it very quickly. And I was just going to unbox that and we can have a look at the plants together. I'm not sure for how much longer we'll be able to do this, but they do seem to be still being delivered. I think all the delivery services are still happening and most businesses are still continuing with meal order services, and I think it's important to support those businesses so that they can hopefully survive through this. So I'm just going to go and get the box and come back in a second and we'll open it together. Okay, I've got the box is here. So I'm just going to have the box down here and I'm going to open things up and then just put them down to the side while we're doing that. I'm reliably informed, if anybody's concerned about getting online deliveries, that the virus doesn't survive for very long on cardboard, so I think delivery boxes are quite safe, but I guess you just need to take basic hygiene when you're handling these, maybe just wipe the box down and also wash your hands after you've opened the plants, and not to touch your face until you've washed your hands. So that all aside, I'm just going to go on with opening the box. As you can see, there's a nice order list. I just sort of sat down and ordered things that I fancied. So very well packed, as you can see, lots of paper, all very good. Now I know I've ordered there's plants, and then I ordered a little handmade pot, and I think there's a selection of plants that will go into that. I'm assuming that it doesn't come made, and I will have to make that. So there's lots and lots of little packages. It's incredibly exciting. Everything that comes from them is always very well labelled, as you can see. Is that the right? No, that's the wrong way. That's the right way. Everything's mirrored anyway. So I'm going to open these up. Everything's individually wrapped with a little label, so I'm going to try and keep everything together. This is an Aeonium sedifolium. I ordered these when I was in bed the other night on my iPad, and I was just clicking on. I love Aeoniums, and I think that's mostly what I've ordered, because I'm hoping to. Ooh, this is a pretty little one. So this is quite a small. It's quite unusual for an Aeonium. It's very small and kind of lots of little heads on the one plant, which I quite like. So I think there's 3 stems here, and there we go. And it's a little bit kind of slightly folded up, I think, because it's been wrapped up. And I can show you the label just so that you get the actual name. So there we go. And that's a really lovely little plant. So I'm looking forward to getting these potted up. It's nice to have. I love potting up and stuff, so it'd be good to do that. I think there's some things not labelled, and I think they belong in the pot. So I'm just going to move those out of the way. So this is Sedum Crocodile. I love sedums because sedums are very hardy, and they're usually very good outdoors. Although this is quite, as you can see, it's quite a succulent, quite large sedum. I like this one because it's got it grows very dark green. And as you can see, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, there is some red on it, and so it's got a really kind of interesting texture and colour to the leaves, which is what I liked. And I kind of lost the label there for a second. Hang on. So that is Sedum Crocodile. So I need to double check if that's quite as hardy as other sedums because it's quite fleshy. It'll definitely be okay out in the summer, but I'm not sure if it's going to be all out okay all year round. I like the fact that even their tape is paper tape, so there's very little plastic. The labels are plastic, and I think that's about it. So this is Aeonium Azoon. So Aeonium Azoon, and it's always exciting when you've forgotten what you've ordered and you're not really quite sure. Ooh, so this is quite a kind of quite a dense, compact Aeonium. As you can see, it's almost like a Sempervivum, just in the way it looks. But it's on a slight stem, and I think this is I kind of went for sort of more clumping kind of Aeonium. So I think this throws off lots of little pups and shoots spread. But isn't that a gorgeous plant? I like the kind of denseness of the leaves, but it really does look like a Sempervivum, doesn't it? But it's not. It's an Aeonium Azoon. Oh, something different here. So the next one is an Echeveria. Echeveria, whatever your preference is. I'm just going to try and get the leaf. I'm going to show you this one and then tell you what the name is. Ooh, now again. Ooh, this is nice. Ooh, this is very nice. Okay, I'm going to try and show you this without causing it damage because I think it's quite a delicate one. This is Echeveria prolifica, and as you can see, it is very prolific. It's got lots and lots of shoots coming off the main plant. So there's the main sort of Echeveria there, and it's got lots of little pups thrown off it, which is kind of what I wanted. I really like Echeverias when they grow, when you put them in a pot and it really fills up and forms a nice clump, and that's why I went for this one, because it said it's very kind of good at clump forming. And you know, it's got the name Echeveria prolifica, so I'm assuming it's a very fast grower, which I believe it is. So I'm looking forward to that one. And it's got some beautiful colouring, the kind of blue and then the pink tips. So all of these do need a lot of sun, particularly if you want to increase the colouring, because they usually go, any colour like red or anything like that is usually increased by more sun, and outdoors they do go better outdoors, particularly in the summer, but they will need to be brought in often over the winter, depending on where you're based. So another Aeonium here, and this one, let's get the wrapping up here. Sorry, I'm not being very aware of what's on camera, and I'm probably doing all this too low and you can't see. I'll try to do it a little bit higher. Okay, so this is an Aeonium domesticum. Again, I don't think the Aeoniums travel very well often because they're not quite, the leaves are a lot softer. This has got a lovely amount of variegation on it. Again, sort of 3 stems, and with sort of some branching already. Very pretty variegation, sort of lovely patterns and colours. So, and I think again that's quite it sort of clumps and spreads, which I think is what I was really going for when I was buying these. Okay, another a Sempervivum. I'm having a little bit of a Sempervivum thing this year. I usually just buy them in the little trays from like B&Q where you get 6 different ones, but I'm trying to go for more named varieties this year, so I have some more interesting colours and stuff, and I'm going to try and keep more of a track of them. Sempervivums are unbelievably hardy, and you can definitely leave these out all winter. Okay, so this is a lovely Sempervivum which has got a lovely dark green colour. There's lots of little pups coming off it already, and this is a very appropriately named Sempervivum Armageddon. I wonder what was going on in my mind when I purchased this one. So again, beautiful dark colour and lots of little pups coming off it there. Oh, covered in soil already. Okay, I think this is the last named variety that I ordered specifically, and it's another Echeveria. Oh, I'm going to try and open it up a bit more. Okay. Oh no, this has got some nice colouring. So this is Echeveria, and it's Echeveria multicaulis. So I'm going to take the label off its stickiness so that you can see it properly. So this is Echeveria multicaulis, and there it is. It's got beautiful green with the red colouring around the edges, and that's really pretty. And there's a little, I don't know if you can see that little pop coming up already. And again, I think the multicaulis refers to multi-heads. So again, this one is going to form a nice clump of plants. Mustn't lose the label. Okay, so that, as I said, that's all the named varieties. So there is some more. And I'll show you the pot first of all. It's a lovely handmade Cornish pot, and it's just in this little box. So let me just struggle with it for a moment. There we go. Again, all wrapped up in paper. So it's just a little terracotta pot basically, but it is such a nice shape, and it's got this lovely kind of ribbed lines on it, which shows, I think, the handmade nature of it. So that's that, and they do actually supply some soil to go in it, quite a lot of soil, and then there's all these little plants which come as part of a package with the pot. So I'm just going to open these up, and I probably won't be able to name, except in very general terms, any of the plants. They don't tell you what you're getting when you order the pot. They just come designed to sort of go into that little pot. So I will have to sort of build that myself, but that's great. Oh, there's two in here. So what looks like a little type of crassula, I think, probably crassula ovata maybe, with the red tips, quite small. And there's a lovely little, I think that's a sedum, bird's tail I think is the name, which is a trailer, and that's a nice little cutting, both rooted, which is nice. I'm wondering if there's now going to be multiple in each of these. It's quite a lot of plants. My partner's outside gardening, and I'm not supposed to be buying plants as usual. Okay, so in this little package, two little what look like Echeverias and a little Sempervivum, I think. I'm just going to bring those up. So that's a little Sempervivum. I think that looks like a little Echeveria, which is lovely. And I think this is another Echeveria. I think if anybody knows any of these names, then I would be really grateful if you could put something in the comments about what they are. There's 3 more little packages, so you get a really nice lot of plants with that little pot. Okay, so again, some what looks like a nice little sedum perhaps there. Kind of dark green, lots of little florets there. One's coming up quite tall. And then again, another little sort of more slightly grey and pink, bluey grey Echeveria. Is that, there we go. It's nice, lovely little points on that as well. And then another one here. I'm going to try and speed up a little bit because I'm going to try and, oh, this is nice. A lovely little aloe, I think, here. Oh, there we go. A little toothed aloe there, which is really nice. Look at that, it's got a lovely red colour, quite dark green and red. I think that's been in the Cornish sun. If you don't know, Surreal Succulents are based in Cornwall. I think where they grow their plants is different to where they sell them. They sell via, well, you can go, I would imagine it's closed at the moment, but there is a garden centre that you can go and visit them. and buy things, but I think their mail order where they grow things is somewhere else. And Surreal Succulents go to garden shows quite a lot. I think they were going to be the first, this year was going to be the first year they were going to be at Chelsea, and I believe they're very, very disappointed to not be there because obviously Chelsea's been cancelled. So again, like a little, I believe this is a type of crassula, the little silver sort of fingers. I should know the name for that one. And then, I think this is unusual. This is, I think, the Buddha one where the leaves are really kind of interconnected or sort of right on top of each other in that beautiful pattern. It's a really nice succulent. And that's the end of that. So quite a lot of plants. Let me just total those up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So seven succulents to go in this little pot, which is quite a lot because that pot's, it's not a huge pot, it's a nice pot, but, and then all the other succulents that I've bought individually as well. So quite a nice haul there. So thank you for being with me today while I was opening this box from Surreal Succulents. I hope you're all managing to cope wherever you are. If you're where you are is in lockdown at the moment. Certainly in the UK at the moment, everywhere is in lockdown. I'm living in East London, as I said, and we were very, very much in lockdown, but at the moment enjoying lots of gardening, trying to keep our routines going. And I mean, I work from home anyway, so it's not a huge shift for me. I'm kind of trying to carry on as much as I can. So comment below if you want to share anything about how things are going for you. I might be able to try and make a few more videos now that I'm at home. I've been doing a lot of stuff with my plants, moving things around, repotting and that kind of thing. So, and I'm wearing my Forest Gate Community Garden t-shirt today. Unfortunately, our community garden is closed at the moment, so I kind of missed that. I was due to be there Saturday morning, sort of helping out. So I have to be gardening at home more. So anyway, I'll say goodbye for now. Bye.